Are we live? Am I live? Let's see. One moment, please. Okay. So I haven't done this in a long time. So this is random. All right. So I only have a limited amount of time because actually I'm going to work after I leave off this stream. I got dressed for my real job. Hey. Hey, we got Maggie. Okay, Maggie, you can hear me? You can see me? All right, so I'm live. So guys, you saw the thumbnail. It was just a matter of time before I got onto this. So Alexi Treviso. So before we get started, guys, um, I'm back. I had to get an iron infusion. What's that all about? Because your girl had no energy to do any of this YouTube information, but I've been keeping up with what's been going on in the news. So now here I am. People have been asking me about these lapel pins, which I probably should probably try to start selling some, but um, I order these offline. Get everything pretty much offline. So this one today says may cause drowsiness, unlike this whole case that we're going to be talking about. So first thing is this girl, Alexi Treviso. She's been in the news because her attorney has been petitioning, maybe that's the correct word, for her to go to college now. Which is like, okay, and Alan, what's the big deal? Like, you don't want this girl to go to college? Like, what's your issue? I don't have an issue with her going to college, but it's kind of like, is it really about college, or is she just trying to start seeing a boyfriend again? I'm just saying, I've been a teenage girl. I never like discarded of a fetus or anything like that, which I'm going to give y'all the backstory on this girl, Lexi. But she wants to go to college, and they're saying, oh, well, you know, we don't see any reason why she can't be around him. It's not like there's a domestic situation. It's not like, you know, he's going to have to be a witness when the trial comes up, because they haven't even started the trial or anything like that yet with her. So just to give you some background information on this girl, she's a 19-year-old. Um, she presents to the ER. This is in January of this year, so January 2023. And she's complaining. Her chief complaint is pretty much it's either, I don't know if they said it's back pain or abdominal pain. She's complaining. They give her some medications because y'all know how it is when you go to the ER. It's not like you can go straight in. You go to the waiting room, or they have triage, because if there's somebody in there with a gunshot wound or something like that, they're going to go ahead of you if you're just saying, oh, I'm having back pains, unless you know you're in labor, or unless it's something, I don't know. I'm a retail pharmacist. I do not work in a hospital setting, even though I did do 2 rotations or 3. I did with 2 inpatient and 1 outpatient of pharmacy, hospital pharmacy. So she comes to the ER. She's complaining of back pain, and they ask her, "Is there any chance you could be pregnant?" She says, oh no, there's no way I could be pregnant." Her mom's like, "No, she's never even." It's like, how's your mom responding to that? Like, it's certain things that I do, but I can't say with absolute certainty what my child would do, or what, anybody else would do. You cannot, that's just asking for trouble. So, oh no, 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 no. There's no way she could be pregnant. So they start her on medications, which, we'll get to it. They start her on these medications to kind of start easing the pain, because they do a pain scale, which is not really accurate, because pain is like, it's nothing we can really like measure, right? So like you can measure your blood pressure. If y'all can hear my dog in the background, just ignore it. Anyway, if you can't measure it like you can measure blood pressure, you can't measure pain like you can measure your blood glucose levels. You just have to pretty much go by what the person says. Each person has a different pain threshold. So if she says it's a 10 out of 10, you know, well, we don't know, but everybody doesn't know. But I'm sure the hospital has standing orders. Like they have a set of medications that they give, based on this. And they have a formulary for each hospital. So each medication is different. But I'm going to assume, and this is me taking a chance on, what assuming does, that a hospital, they're going to give a medication to a 19-year-old girl based on the probability that she could be pregnant. They're going to give them a pregnancy test. They're going to ask you, but still, some people don't know that they're pregnant. So she comes in. Her mother drives her there. She has these big clothes on. I don't know what it feels like in New Mexico in January, but she's got these big sweatshirts on. Her mom is saying, "Oh, well, she had cheer practice today. She had this and she had that." And there's no way she could be pregnant. Her back is hurting. Okay. They start her on the medications. And then while they're sitting there, she she has to go to the bathroom all of a sudden, which is okay. She can't stop this girl from going to the restroom. You need to go to the restroom, you gotta go, you gotta go. So she runs down the hall. We've all seen that video of her like clutching her cheeks. Can I say that on YouTube? She's clutching her cheeks. And she's in there for a while. And that's when this story just kind of takes a whole nother turn, a whole different turn, something we were not expecting. At this point, we have to pretty much draw the line, toe the line of where it's like, is it medical or is it criminal responsibility? Like, whose fault is it that what happens like leading after this point? Whose fault is it? Is it the 19-year-old girl who didn't know she was pregnant? Is it the hospital's fault because they gave her some medications that may or may not have, worsened her condition? Whose issue is it? We have to just find out. Anyway, let's see. We got Maggie in the chat. Guys, if you're coming in, we want you to get active in the comment section, get active in the chat. And I'm in NAllenRX. If you have never been here, if you've never seen me on this channel, it wouldn't surprise me because I'm almost never on here. I told y'all I had to get an iron infusion to get my life back. But anyway, I'm a pharmacist. I've been a pharmacist over 10 years. And just so you know, I'm not here in a professional capacity. I'm here, just like you guys, to speculate using whatever information they provided and, kind of using my expert opinion, but not really because I'm not their pharmacist. I don't know everything that was going on that night. But if you're a member of a healthcare team, or if you're a fan of true crime, real crime, drug crimes, any kind of crime, like the rest of us, drop the white coats in the comments, in the chat. Let me know what y'all think about this, and let's weigh in. She's in the bathroom, right? She's in there. The nurses that unhooked the medication, unhooked her IV, they let her go to the restroom. She goes into the restroom. It's in the hospital. It's in the hallway. So she goes to the hall. There, she's out there. The nurse that is kind of like assigned to her for that night, he's like, they're like, she's been in there for a while. What's really going on? Like, okay, So, according to her attorneys, at this point, she doesn't know. The hospital hasn't informed her that she's pregnant. They've gotten the test results, but they don't know that she knows, or they haven't told her. The attorney is arguing the fact that they should have told her. Okay, as a healthcare professional, they I'm a pharmacist. It's not my job to tell somebody that they're pregnant. Okay. Even if I've seen the test results, I've seen this or that. But what a hospital pharmacist would do is, if you're an internal med, we're following the charts. We're looking at it in the computer, right? We know what drugs that the patient is taking. And say you have like your glomerular filtration rate, your GFR, your kidneys can't like process, like flush the drug out the way they should properly. If it's too low, it's certain medications you can't take. It's the pharmacist who adjusts these medications. Okay. Okay. Y'all don't know this. Any medications that she did receive came from the pharmacy. Okay. In the hospital. That's not an issue. It's a small hospital. They had very few patients that night. This girl is pregnant. The doctor, say, oh, we want her to take, morphine. We want to give her this. We're going to give her that for pain. The order goes to the pharmacy. The pharmacist checks the charts. Even when they get the results in, it's like, hey, this girl is pregnant. They're monitoring what she can take. So just for the record, that kind of, to me, that kind of cancels out this argument that the attorney has that that the hospital gave us some medication that was gonna disrupt the pregnancy or hurt the baby. So that's that. So anyway, they give her the medication. The nurse, her mom comes to check on her first. She knocks on the door. We see her listening at the door, like, "Hey, how you doing in there? Come out of there." That's me. But she's like still in there. Her mom is listening at the door. Whatever. Her mom comes back a few minutes later, like, "Hey, you still in there? Okay, how's it going?" And we guess that's what she's saying. We could hear her telling her how to do what she ended up doing. We don't know. So then the guy nurse, he goes up to the door. He's like, "Hey, you need to come on out of here. You've been in there too long." Because it's like, me personally, I'm like, that girl doing something she had no business in that bathroom. She needs to come out. By this time, the results have come in. It's on her chart. Everybody knows. They're like, why didn't they tell her she was pregnant? First of all, this girl right here, she knew she was pregnant. That's my opinion. But she knew she was pregnant, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna show y'all why I think she knew. So then um it's not the nurse's job to tell her she's pregnant. They can't just, you know, get some results and just deliver them. If any reasonable person, I don't want to say any crazy person who's ever been to the hospital or to the doctor's office, you don't just anybody walking in your room just doesn't give you results. Like your nurse walk up and they're like, "Girl, they're gonna tell you pregnant, okay? But I'm just letting you know first." No, that's not how that works. And nobody is thinking that this girl is gonna go into labor like right now, or that she's already in there delivering a baby right now herself. But anyway, so what, they have the results. The attorney's like, "Oh well, the nurses, they're just sitting around a nurse's station." First of all, that's disrespectful. They're not just sitting around a nurse's station. Well, it might be, sometimes people do be trifling on the job, but they're not just sitting around. They charting, they doing stuff. They have other patients. They have, this thing is not just like, oh well, we see people sitting around, looks like they're doing nothing. No, there are things going on behind the scenes that we just don't even know about. Like if you don't work in that setting, you can't really explain it. So anyway, she's pregnant. They know it. They can't tell her. The doctor is there with other patients. She's gonna come around to telling her, but before she can even get around to telling this girl that she's pregnant, this 19-year-old girl, she delivers a baby in the bathroom herself. She like, I had a baby before, okay? And I had a C-section. I don't care. Judge me, cancel me, say I'm not real. I don't care. I'm like, look, this baby's not coming out. Y'all need to take this baby out because I want this baby alive. I want this baby safe. Go ahead, take it out because it's not, no. So she did this by herself, okay? They're like, well, why would they just leave her in there? She's 19 years old. You don't think that she's having a baby in there? You think she's probably doing something else that's not safe for her in the bathroom. She's just not coming out. She doesn't want a mama see her. She clearly has issues with the mama. She's scared of her. She's safe, but How scared are you of your mother? Because if I'm scared of my mom, I'm definitely not sneaking around having sex, and I'm scared something. I'm just not doing it. But anyway, that's her, not me. So she's in there delivering her own baby. They hear the paper towels just running, running. They hear the water shutting on and off. What is going on? Hey, you need to come out of here right now. You need to come out of here right now. She didn't even just come right out. She's like, oh, fine, I'm coming out. She's delivering a baby. She's having a baby in the bathroom. Like, what? They told her before they went in there, or even after she went in there, or at some point, hey, you need anything? We're right out here. There's a call button. Here's whatever. Because that same button that she pressed in the room to tell them she needed to go to the bathroom, there was one like that in the bathroom. There was one she could have pressed in the bathroom just in case something happened in the bathroom. The same button that she told him, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Unhook me from this stuff so I can go into the bathroom. So she went in the bathroom. There was a button in there that she didn't press. Okay. And they're trying to pretend like this is some just, scared, lost girl. She got confused. She was just, out of her mind or whatever. But the way she walked out of the bathroom, it was like, girl, are you serious right now? Okay, so let me see if I could pull up this video of where she's like coming out of the bathroom, y'all. And if y'all see like how casual she was, it's like, what? Who does that? Let me see how I can do this. Okay. Give me just a second, y'all. Y'all know I haven't been streaming it forever, so I gotta figure out how to do all this stuff again. Yeah, so y'all let me know what y'all think. I see we got a few people in the chat. Let me talk to y'all while I try to pull this up. Thank you, Maggie. Yay, for coming through to show some support. I can always depend on Maggie to show us some love. Thank you, Maggie. We got Miley. And Maggie has a channel, guys. Y'all check her out. She has a cooking channel. She's trying to keep us healthy, guys, keep us on our, toes and make sure we're making good decisions, giving us a lot of recipe options. Y'all check out Miss Maggie. We got Miss Miley Morico. She's the latest to join the family, the lead attorney family. She says, hold up, this girl didn't do any time for killing her son. We don't know yet. Right now, she's just at home and to me just wants to see her boyfriend, but they say she's trying to go to college. I don't know. I don't know. That's what they're saying. She wants to go to college, but she hasn't had a trial yet. They're just having a lot of, back and forth about what she can do while she's at home. And if you've seen her mom, her mom is like, yeah, the Tiger mom, she take Tiger mom to a whole nother level, okay? She's just on another level. But Molly has a channel too, guys. If y'all want to follow Molly, she talks about childcare and different things of that nature. And she has a lot of good content over there. So y'all check her out. We got Money Bass. The name speaks for itself. He says, what up, team? Money Bass. Y'all guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about this girl. She's 19 years old. If you've ever had kids, if you know how teenagers are, first of all, this is going to sound harsh, but she's 19 and she's a senior in high school. I have a late birthday, but my mom was a teacher and she knew somebody who knew somebody. So I got in with my class, even though my birthday is in November. I was 17 when I graduated from high school. Most people are 17 or 18. She was 19, but she's in there acting like, I'm not even going to say a 9-year-old because my daughter is 9. She's in there acting like a 3-year-old. Like, nah. And it's like, girl, don't be trying to act like you're such a big baby when you got pregnant. We all know how you got pregnant because we grown. But yeah, we know. So chill out on that baby stuff because that is really what pissed me off more than anything, y'all. Because I cannot stand it. Okay. So let me show y'all. Hey, the condemned. Welcome back to the pharmacy, guys. We back and we are locked and loaded. All right, so let's see this video. This is where she's coming out of the restroom after she's been in there about 20, 30 minutes delivering a baby, but nobody else knows that she delivered a baby at this point. But this is where she did that. So let's see. All right. Hopefully y'all can see this. There's no sound. So I'm gonna kind of talk y'all through it. And that's the doctor. So, but this is the doctor. This is one of the other nurses. She went to get the key. She stayed in there so long that they threatened her, like, hey, we're gonna unlock this bathroom door. Either you can come out on your own or we're gonna come in. So by the time she walked over there with the key to like open the door, she opened it. I feel like, that kind of pissed me off too for some reason. And I think this is her triage nurse, or maybe he was assigned to her for that night. So let's just watch this. So this is the doctor. She's walking over, like, oh, she's coming out. The guy's holding the door for her, right? It's like, hey, come on out of there. You need to get back to your room. Come on. This is her. She's just walking out like, oh, let me throw this tissue away. Oh, yeah. Had a whole baby. She just had a whole baby. She just had a baby. Okay? She just had a baby. Did y'all see her? Let's look at that again. Cause I really want y'all to like see how she just walked out of there, walked by the doctor like, hey, oh, I'm doing nothing. I didn't do anything. Like, yeah, girl, my back was hurting. It's not hurting anymore. What? 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 Like, what? That's all I can say. She just walked out like, oh, nothing, just going for a stroll, just having a wonderful life. And it's like, you're supposed to be feeling what? Feeling sorry for her? I just don't even know if I could do that. Like, I don't know if I have it in my spirit. So, turns out, okay, I have another video too. Let me show y'all. So, she just walked out. Doctor is going to the room at this point, and she's just sitting in the room. The doctor's going to go try to, like, I think this is the part that we didn't see where she may have known she was pregnant. Because if we look at the other video, we'll see where the doctor says, hey, we just found a baby in the trash. She didn't say, oh, you're pregnant, because they allegedly had already told her at this point. Because the doctor said that this hospital was so small, they didn't have all of the like high tech, expensive equipment that they need to do like an actual, like, let's confirm the birth, whatever. They did a urine sample and they did a blood test, I think, at some point. But she's like, hey, we just found a baby in the trash. What? Oh my goodness. And that's when she started crying. Everybody's seen that video. But let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. And this is like one of the things that kind of really got me going too, where I'm like, hold on, y'all. Where they really talk about what it looked like before, like right after they found the scene. It's so, should I do a trigger warning or something? Hold on, y'all. Okay. So this is the nurse, and she's gonna, hopefully we have some sound. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Okay. She's talking to the police officer. She's kind of describing like what happened. She was with the housekeeper. I think she's a CNA or just some other nurse on the shift. She was the one like walked over there with her. Like the lady picked the trash can up. She felt like something was in it. So she put that thing back down. Anyway. Y'all listening? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's no sound? Yikes. Hmm. I don't know what I need to do to get the sound because I can hear it on my side. Okay, so well, since we can't hear it. So she says that she's saying that the lady, she walked to the bathroom, she was cleaning up. I don't know. Okay, she was cleaning up. So I brought some things as an example to let you guys know, like while they're saying this girl, oh, she was, in a panic. She was, you know, out of her mind, whatever. She was shocked. She was pregnant. She was having a baby in the bathroom. Y'all saw her walk out of the bathroom. And I'm just here just to discuss it. I'm not here to judge, but we saw her walk out. She looked real chill to me because she could have told somebody at that point, I had a baby in there, but that's not what she did. So I have these three. I don't know if y'all eat halos or cuties, these little oranges. This baby was like 6 pounds, right? So I've also brought this little trash bag. It's black, but they have clear bags in hospitals and in the pharmacies because people can't be sneaking stuff out of there. Okay. So this is what she did. She put the baby, this is like a that 3 gallon bag. She put the baby in the bag. Okay. Let's say this is it. Okay. Viewer discretion is advised because it upset me too when I tried to do this. And she twisted it like bread. Okay. Then she tucked it under like this, like tucked it under, set the baby in the bottom of the trash. Okay. Put wait. She said the baby in the bag that was already in there, which means she was out here lying, first of all, too. And her mama was like, she's still having her cycle, and I'm buying them every month, whatever. So I'm thinking she had one on then too, keeping this whole game up crazy. Sorry, I don't want to offend anybody. But y'all know what I mean. Y'all know my heart. And she did, she put the baby in with the trash that was already in the trash. And then she wrapped it up. Then she tucked it under. Then she put that in the bottom. Then she put, because a lot of times we have bags, like the whole rolls of the bags. So if somebody takes a bag out, they already there to put them back in, like the fresh bags. She put some of those on top of it. Okay. That was at the bottom. Then she put another clean bag in there. Like, so if you look inside, look in the trash, you don't see anything. And then she walked out how she walked out. I showed y'all how she walked out. Okay. So yeah, that's what happened with that. And I'm like, y'all, how can we anyway? So they want us, she did that. Then the mom, of course, what? You did what? Lexi, I told you. It's like, girl, you know. So after the fact, the mom is all upset. They say she's detained. She's not arrested, but she is detained. So I learned from watching the lead attorney or somebody's law channel that, being detained is not the same as like being under arrest. So they didn't have to like do the whole Miranda thing with her, but it was like, hey, you can't leave here. You under whatever. So the whole thing, fast forward up until now, which is my whole reason for doing this thing today, is because it's so like it's annoying, it's upsetting. It's the mom is a big time narc. We're gonna sue the hospital and we're gonna have to sue the police because they have all of her personal information. Now her hip is being violated. Hip ain't being violated. Like mama was in there. She's the one asking all the questions. She's the one that made her say, like, nothing was crying. Nothing was crying. It's like, girl, they don't cry until somebody hit them, pinch them, do some kind of stimulation to make them cry. uses suction to get whatever this fluid is out of their mouths. So that was the first thing. And now her attorney is saying, we want to sue the hospital. Why do you want to sue the hospital? How can you sue the hospital? Well, they gave her morphine. Ooh, morphine. It's like same thing. Like I'm doing a video, another vibe right now on painkillers. It's a series on Netflix. And when people hear morphine sulfate, MS con, they think death, morbidity, end of life, termination. That's what they think because it's like, oh, well, if you take too much, it could cause respiratory depression, could cause, and with a certain amount. So the baby's toxicology report had morphine in it. So, okay, whatever. That's not it. You just hear that and it's scary and it sounds real bad. And really, her attorney should do a better job because it's like, hey, if you go ahead and do the research, you really find out this is not category X. This is not completely contraindicated in pregnancy or anything like that. Morphine is not. You know what is? Phentermine. What is phentermine? Phentermine, Adipex. It's a diet pill. It's a stimulant. It causes anorexia pretty much. You don't have an appetite. You're not hungry. And anybody knows during pregnancy, you need to eat. You need nourishment, of course. But this girl got off the birth control pills, started taking phentermine. What? And her attorney is focusing on this morphine because, like I said, morphine sounds bad. Morphine. It sounds really bad, but it's not the one. It's the phentermine, if anything, that caused it. But according to what we've seen so far, that didn't even do it either. It was the asphyxiation or whatever the medical term is for suffocation. So I'm gonna show y'all this video. This is the one that I really was talking about, and I really hope this sound comes on for this because this is what I need y'all to hear. Um, it's the nurse that she actually spoke to and told her that she stopped taking the birth control. She stopped taking it and she started taking the diet pills. Let's see. Messing up, y'all. That's my alarm. Because I told y'all I really do have to go to work. Okay. So hopefully this will play with the sound. And this is the police questioning and talking to the nurse that she told that she was no longer taking the birth control. Can y'all hear it? Let me know in the chat. No sound? I'm messing up, y'all. Okay, anyway, so this nurse is saying that she told her, hey, what could happen if I taking if I stop taking my birth control and I started taking a different medication? So she says, what do you mean? She can't really like say one way or the other. She says, if I stop taking my birth control and I start taking phentermine. The nurse is saying, well, I would think that that's obvious what that means. That's what she said to the police. She didn't say anything to Alexi. She said, you know, she was trying to hide a pregnancy. She knew she was pregnant. She was trying to hide it. That's what it seems like, obviously, which I mean, if you're on birth control, you're already pregnant. You like, look, what I'm taking this birth control for. That's why she stopped taking it. And she started taking phentermine, which is also an issue because where the hell did she get it from? Unless she got it on the black market online. But she is 19 because that's a drug that's prescription only. You can only get that. It's a controlled substance. It's not like a Schedule 2 or anything, but it is a controlled substance. You cannot just get fentanyl just because you want it. You really need to go to a doctor to get a prescription. And like I said, unless you're getting it on the internet, you can get anything on the internet these days. So that's the next thing. I'm like, okay. And the like I said, the attorney is trying to say that it's the morphine. They gave her got the pharmacist that's checking the drugs that like send all this stuff up in the chute. They got to get it from the pharmacy in the hospital before they can, administer it to the patients because it comes from the hospital. I mean, it comes from the pharmacy inside the hospital. So there's that. Then you got the doctors, you got the nurses, they got the results. They're just going to give her, they're going to err on the side of caution. They're not going to give her anything just in case she is pregnant because we always say, are you pregnant? Is there any chance you could be pregnant? Are you planning on becoming pregnant? All these questions just to like make sure with the pregnancy. We ask you that when y'all come to a pharmacy to get vaccines or anything like that. It's like, hey, are you pregnant? Or you see it on these questionnaires. It has all of that information on there. A lot of times we just ask you just because we probably gonna offer you another shot, not because what we're giving you may be an issue with pregnancy, because most of the time it's not flu, Tdap. All the ones we have are gonna be safe in pregnancy pretty much anyway. So as a pharmacist listening to this, it's like, look, girl, look, attorney guy, which her attorney is like a big question mark to me if y'all have ever seen him. But anyway, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. And so now they're making a motion because she wants to go to college. She's gotten into New Mexico State, New Mexico University. I don't know anything about New Mexico like that. But this place is 3 hours from her hometown where she lives at now. And she just really wants to go to college. We can understand that. Like, who does, like you got in, you want to go, cool. But the next thing to me was like, why they keep talking about her seeing the boyfriend. Like, we shouldn't be talking about him. They didn't want to put his name down on the birth certificate when she first did what she did at the hospital. Now it's like, well, he's going to the same college. Well, what if she runs into him? Why do we care? Why are we bringing him up? If she want to go to college because she still wants to have a life just in case by some miracle, Hail Mary, she gets out of this, cool. But why are we talking about her seeing the boyfriend? That pissed me off so bad because I'm like, this girl, I'm not like older accountability police, but he knew she was pregnant too. He knew it. She knew it. Now she's still trying. She went to prom after she did all that too. Her mama kind of got mad because they didn't let her participate in graduation. And now we talk about going to college and we talk about seeing his boyfriend again. So that put me in like, real like mama mode. Like, are you serious right now? That situation with this boyfriend better not come up around me. Like in my presence, if you did something like that as my child, my daughter, and I didn't know about it, I didn't coach you through it, I didn't talk to you about it. First of all, ain't no prom. Okay. That's prom is out. Call me a tiger mom, call me strict. Prom is out. You're not going. You're not going. Don't even ask me. You're not going. Next thing, okay, graduation. I will be disappointed because she couldn't participate in graduation more so than prom, but prom is out. Now we want to go to college. We trying to fight for you to be able to get out and go do something like that. Like everything else is like, we're not even going to bring it up. We're not going to discuss it, especially if it's some kind of restraining order, whatever situation. They were saying something about, they have like in domestic violence situations where, women can't have contact or men can't have contact. Whatever the case is that they brought up as an example of why this isn't the same as that. And she should be allowed to see the boyfriend. I'm not talking about this boyfriend because we trying to get you in college. We still trying to get you a life like still trying to make sure that that's an option for you versus talking about seeing this boyfriend, y'all. That made me so mad. It's like, you want to go to prom, you want to do this, you want to go there. Okay, let's try to focus on getting you like to college. I don't want your attorney or you or anybody else asking me about you seeing your boyfriend. And I feel like that's what this whole recent motion is about. Guys, we'll have to keep up with this case, to keep following it. But to me, they don't have anything to go on when they talk about these drugs. The drugs didn't kill the baby. I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube, but the drugs didn't do it. I mean, it didn't. My professional opinion, a lot of times with medications, it's benefits versus risk. And you have, so many people like in the checkpoint, even though things like get by some of us, they might get by the doctor or sometimes even by the pharmacist, but not to an extent where unless it's and it's sometimes not saying things are perfect, but we have a lot of like gatekeepers and checkpoints to make sure things like this don't happen. And the fact that she didn't like call for help or ask anybody for any, tell them what happened before they had to come tell her because they thought she had a miscarriage at first. But when they found the remains in the trash, that just, confirmed what happened. That it's it was intentional, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's see who else we got in the chat, y'all. Because this story is so crazy. Out here trucking. He says, I went to middle school with a girl who did the same thing. She had a child when we were in the 7th grade, but unfortunately, someone found the baby. A lot of times, I think we all know situations like this or have heard of situations like this. And it just makes you think like, like, what's the mindset, And to me, what they do immediately following that is really what's telling to me, in my opinion. But people been doing things like this since the beginning of time. They have, like, Brenda's got a baby. Everybody knows. Everybody knows about that. But what they do right after that says a lot about the character to me. And I'm sorry if this offends anyone. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but the way she walked out of that bathroom, she didn't seem like she was sorry or regretful. And even now, they have like this little shrine that people have been talking about all on TikTok at the house of like, the baby. Now the baby has a name. Now the baby, is their dad and this and that. And I think it's just a lot of it's for show because she want to still go out here and live, her best life. It's like, oh, the baby got the way I can go to college. Man, my boyfriend could start going out again. He taking her to McDonald's every day after school. He knew she was pregnant. And I wonder, it's like, oh, you such a baby. But like I said, you got pregnant somehow. Nobody helped you with that. Okay. So the condemned, he says, walking like she ain't just right. She walked out of there so cool. Like, anybody, you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands, you might tear off another paper towel to, hold the door open because you don't want to get the germs back on your hands. Then they said like she was tracking blood, like her footsteps, you could see where her footsteps were, just tracking, walking out of the bathroom like that. It was crazy. It was crazy. And she just went sat back in that room with her mom on that bed, like she didn't just do it. Like she did it. It's like, some people, it's like, oh, they so afraid of their mom. But are they though? Are they that afraid of their mom? Like, you still got pregnant. You still had a boyfriend. You still went to prom. You still had the nerve, like, to ask probably for permission to do these things. Your mama said, okay. You that afraid of your mom? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I had no sound on that video. Major Change Group. Thank you for showing up, guys. Thank you, Major Change Group. Y'all shout out to her. Molly says, This is what happens when grown kids are coddled and led to believe they are the center of the world. Where is the empathy for that child she created with said boyfriend? Exactly. Exactly. And him and his mama, they sitting in there, but they all, hmm, because they knew. They knew. And I'm wondering, you know, people could get pregnant off one time, but I'm just thinking, because she still kept trying to be a cheerleader. She's still trying to act like ain't nothing going on. And my mama knows her child. Like her mama saw her. If I looked at her and I could tell, I could look at some other people and I could tell. Like I'm like, this is not a typical like just a little, weight gain. And who put on birth control? Molly says, if I found that baby, I'd be in therapy for the rest of my life. The mother of the child was partying at prom. I cannot. That is what I was thinking as well. I'm like, look, she needs to be at home. You can't, you can. Either you punish him or somebody's going to punish him. Because if she go to jail, she going to get punished. Right? Is there not punishment? Spare the rod, spoil the child. Like I gotta punish my own child. I would rather punish my own child. That's just me. But these narcs out here, y'all know how they are. They think like, we above and beyond and don't bring it up. That's old news. Don't talk about that. We don't have to bring it up. And she's sensitive and she's gonna be crying because her mama is a narc and she's a narc. She's fake crying. It's like soon as they stop talking about whether or not she was gonna get in trouble, she stopped crying. Her mama's like, oh my God, but they never said, well, her mama did say, well, how big was it? They like, it's full term. This is a 6-pound baby. I had a 6-pound baby and I knew I was pregnant. My baby was almost 7 pounds. And I knew it the whole time. Well, I didn't know it the whole time. I knew enough time early enough. Yeah. You had the same size baby as a person who out here, married, walking around pregnant. Your baby same size as those babies. Like, did you know what the girls in the news and that's what her mama was saying. So anyway, like I said, the main thing that kind of, it's like, okay, let's do a little better on, defending her if you're gonna be her attorney. And really you gotta, know about these drugs. And this just not that was not like end all be all. So that was just not it. So anyway, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Y'all know how it is. Drop your white coats in there for me. Click that dark heart, which is the like button. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one because y'all know these prescriptions, they stay piling up and these phones, they never stop ringing. So I'll see y'all on the next episode.